This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
New at 5, budget cuts in St. Louis County now leaving some organizations without money. One area nonprofit is sounding off, worried about how it will impact those they serve. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. The group Journey Against Domestic and Sexual Abuse says the county promised them $25,000. That was back in September before reversing course just weeks ago. Travis Cummings takes us to North County.
So it was really a surprise and disappointing.
This is the season where her services are needed the most.
Right now it's cold. We was trying to struggle to get 2 women into housing yesterday, and we know the temperatures dropped last night.
Cynthia Bennett is doing her best to meet the needs of women in trouble. She started Journey Against Domestic and Sexual Abuse in 2002 to help those in abusive situations and their families. The organization relies on fundraising and money from the federal government.
And that's where we are struggling with right now to get what was promised to us, which we were expecting to utilize to assist women.
Bennett's referring to this letter signed by St. Louis County Executive Sam Page saying they would be receiving $25,000 in Federal American Rescue Plan Act funds in September. But in December, they received another letter saying the funds had been frozen due to cuts to the county's budget, totaling around $15 million, without any increase in revenues for the continued operation of essential county services. It reads, quote, "As a result of these cuts, we are placing ARPA-funded projects, with the exception of public safety, on hold until we determine we have appropriate staff to administer these projects in compliance with Treasury guidelines."
And of course, we have a lot of the council members who are backing the organization that was supposed to receive that money. They're asking the same questions: what's the holdup?
Bennett wants those in power to know the people on the receiving end of her work are essential, too.
We need them to put a bigger premium on dealing with humanistic issues.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
And more than $1 million were supposed to reach 5 different organizations, including the group you just heard from. Today we reached out to the county executive's office for comment. We'll let you know when we hear back. Snow hitting the ground all across the bi-state this morning. Many of you sharing photos of snow covering your yards. It's melting now, but more could be on its way next week. Meteorologist Gary Frank now with your Weather First forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brent. Good evening. Overall, we saw, all that snow overnight and low impacts overall just because the temperatures didn't really dip below 35 or 36. But it's something that we look out ahead from Weldon Spring to Highland. You can see how some areas it's melted all the way and others, well, it's, still hanging around in Highland. But overall, temps still staying above freezing. You can still see as the system kind of rotates and brings a few snow showers down from Omaha into Kansas City. When we get the back edge of that over the next several hours, that's where I think we may see a few more areas of light drizzle or a few snow showers itself. We've already kind of seen those today, but with temperatures being above freezing, it's been okay. Temps right now still above freezing. Holding steady right now, 39 degrees. We have a west breeze at 10 miles an hour. And we're going to continue to see things pretty quiet the next several hours. I still think we'll probably deal with some fog over the next 24 hours, a few snow showers and areas of drizzle as fog develops, but it's a mostly dry Sunday. But we are looking ahead to more of an active pattern for the second week of January. What that means for us in terms of cold air, chances for snow, and an update on that system Monday to Tuesday.
Thank you, Gary. Well, right now, St. Louis County Police working to learn more about a man killed in North County. Officers found that man shot to death in a field near Apricot Avenue and Emma Avenue in Jennings. No word on who that victim is or what led to the shooting. Police ask if you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. New developments now in the case of a former Jefferson County deputy who killed his wife. His charges are now being reduced. Colby McCreary is accused of driving drunk when his car went off of the road and crashed last spring. His wife was in the car with him and died. He was charged with felony DWI resulting in death and involuntary manslaughter. Well, now he will face a misdemeanor charge instead. We'll have updates on this story for you tonight at 6 and 10. It's been 3 years since a mob overran the U.S. Capitol, vandalizing the building and sending lawmakers into hiding. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington for us with a look at how the presidential candidates are reacting to this somber anniversary.
3 years after former President Trump's supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol, our country continues to heal. Former D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone sustained life-threatening injuries that day.
My concern is that too many Americans don't recognize the significance of January 6th.
Republican presidential candidates were asked about the lessons the country learned.
You know, I don't think it was supposed to be, that was not supposed to happen. I think people went to protest, and I think it got out of hand.
I think that we owe it, all of us, to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Going into what is going to be a divisive 2024 election cycle, what do you think the most important thing someone like a President Biden can do?
Fight like hell. To me, the only issue that matters is securing the future of our democracy.
President Biden using an historic backdrop, Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, where soldiers fought in the Revolutionary War, to deliver his first major re-election campaign speech of the year.
January 6th, a date forever shared in our memory because it was on that day that we nearly lost America, lost it all. Today, we're here to answer the most important of questions. Is democracy still America's sacred cause?
Fanone, who was on the front lines at the U.S. Capitol, has this message.
Well, I'm not a politician. I'm just an average American, and I'm telling you that this is the most significant election of my lifetime.
An unforgettable moment in 2021, now playing a key role in the 2024 presidential election. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
This week on The Record, Missouri lawmakers are back in Jefferson City. The kickoff of the 2024 legislative session has leaders from both parties tackling the issue of school choice. Senator Caleb Rowden speaks on that issue in detail with political editor Mark Maxwell.
The fundamental problem in Missouri is that outside of Kansas City and St. Louis right now, if you are in a failing school, you don't have any way out unless your parents are rich. That's it. I think that's just a fundamental flaw in the system, and I think we should fix it.
Mark also sits down with Democratic Minority Leader Crystal Quaid. You can catch both interviews Sunday night, right after Sports Plus. For the love of all things St. Louis, the shop now open in South City.